Hola friends, welcome back to another Letter C show. So today I'm super excited that you are tuning in because today we are going to continue learning about the letter C. So the blue letter C that you see is a capital letter C. And the red letter C that you see is a lowercase letter C. So if you did not know what letter we're working on, can you tell me what letter it is? Great job! It's the letter C. So let's talk about the kindergarten readiness goals that you're going to learn about today. So the first thing we're going to do is you are going to follow simple directions. So you will need to make sure that you turn your listening ears on so you will know what to do and you can follow directions. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to identify upper and lowercase letters. And this week we are talking about, what letter is this? C. That's right. We are talking about the letter C. Good job. And the last thing we're going to work on today is your fine motor skills. So if you have tuned in to our other shows, you know that we work a lot with our fingers so we can make them strong so we can learn to write letters later on. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, let's talk about the materials you will need for today's show. The first thing you're going to need are these. And I'm not going to tell you what these are because I want to see if you know what they are before I tell you. But first, I'm going to have to get my new bucket open. So I'm going to take the tape off so that I can show you what's on the inside. There's some cool little things in here if I can get it open. So I've got my top off. And now I can take them out. These are really cool little things, but they have a really cool name. And I want to know if you know what these are called. These have a really cool name. That looks like a present, like something you get for your birthday. Do you know what these are called? All right, I'm going to pull one more out to see if you know what these are called. Some of you may know because you may go to the kitchen with your mommy. And I'm going to give you a clue. Your mommy uses these to probably bake a cake or make cookies. Sometimes people cut their cakes with these things to make them into certain objects. And sometimes people use these to make their cookies. All right, do you know what it is? Okay, so some of you do and some of you don't, and that's okay. These are called cookie cutters. And you use these cookie cutters so that you can make cookies, or like I said, sometimes people use them to make cakes. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use these cookie cutters because cookie cutters start with the letter da 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 da. What letter is this? C. That's right. So cookie cutter starts with the letter C. And what we're going to do is we're going to use these cookie cutters and we're going to use Play-Doh. So the two materials you're going to need today are Play-Doh and cookie cutters. So we're going to use these cookie cutters and we're going to use our fine motor skills so that we can cut out pretend cookies. We're going to pretend this Play-Doh is our cookie dough, okay? All right, so cookie dough starts with the letter C, Oh, sorry. See, even though we're using Play-Doh, we're going to pretend it's cookie dough. So cookie dough starts with the letter C, and so does, do you remember what these are called? Cookie cutters. That's right. Cookie cutters start with the letter C too. So let's see how we're going to use our pretend cookie dough to cut out our items with the cookie cutters. All right, so I'm going to show you how they work. So the first thing we're going to need to do is open your Play-Doh. You're going to use your strong fingers and you're going to open the Play-Doh all by yourself. Remember, you're a big friend, so you don't need your mommy or daddy or grandma. You don't need anybody's help because you can do it all by yourself. And then once you've got your Play-Doh open, you're going to dump it out. Okay? You're going to dump it out. And then you're going to put your lid or your top back on so you don't lose it. And you can just sit it to the side for right now. All right, so let me show you how to work your cookie cutters. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your Play-Doh with your fingers. You're going to squeeze it nice and tough. That way we can flatten it out like a pancake. So some of you probably have Play-Doh tools so that you can roll your Play-Doh out. But today we're going to use our fingers so we can make our fingers nice and strong. So you're going to put your Play-Doh down on the table and you're going to smash it using your hand. You're going to use your hand and you're going to smash your Play-Doh. And remember, we're pretending that it's cookie dough because we are going to use our cookie cutters to cut your pretend cookie dough. All right, once you've gotten your cookie dough smashed on the table, we are now going to use our cookie cutters. So the first cookie cutter Miss Bacon has is a Gingerbread Man. And you probably don't have this cookie cutter, and that's okay. I just want to show you what it looks like to use your cookie cutter. So what you're going to do is you are going to put your cookie cutter on top of your Play-Doh. Okay, I'm going to take it off and show you again. You're going to put your cookie cutter on top of your Play-Doh. And then you are going to push it down. Use your hand and push it down really hard as you can. Great job. I like the way you're using your fine motor skills to push your cookie cutter down into your pretend cookie dough. All right, now that you've done that, you can peel your Play-Doh back. So you're going to pull the Play-Doh with your hand, and you may want to hold your cookie cutter down so that it does not move. See if you can do that. So remember, you're going to peel your Play-Doh back. All right, now guess what? Now you're going to pick up your cookie cutter. And look what happened. I made a gingerbread man. I used my cookie cutter to make a gingerbread man. What did you make with your cookie cutter? Let me see it. Oh my goodness, that is super cool. I love it. Now, what you're going to do now is you are going to roll your Play-Doh back into a ball. If you have more Play-Doh, you're going to roll it back in a ball. And then you're going to do the exact same thing that we just did. So you're going to lay your Play-Doh on the table. And you're going to flatten it out. Make it nice and flat. Make it nice and flat. And once you get it nice and flat, what do you think you're going to do next? Do you remember what Miss Bacon told you comes next? After you flatten your Play-Doh out, what do you do? That's right, you grab your cookie cutter. Remember, your cookie cutter starts with the letter C. And then you're going to put your cookie cutter down on your Play-Doh. Remember, you're going to push it down with your hand nice and hard. Push it down really hard. Great job. And then you're going to hold your cookie cutter and you're going to peel your Play-Doh back so we can see what you made. Oh wow, I like the way you're working. Guess what I made this time? I made a shape. Do you know what shape this is? Great, it's a star. So some of you knew this shape and some of you did not, and that's okay. This shape right here is a star. So I used my star cookie cutter to make a star. All right, friends, now you know how to use your cookie cutter. And don't forget, cookie cutter starts the letter C because we are working on the letter C today. I hope you guys had fun learning how to use your cookie cutter. You also learned today that cookie cutter starts with the letter C. We talked about an uppercase letter C and a lowercase letter C. And I hope that you enjoyed the show. All right, friends, I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.